for the Utah Jazz. The Nuggets get the win. Let's talk about it. And the NBA too. It's the Hoops Nerd Show. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all of the things. Twitch, subscribe. If you're on the podcast, I would really appreciate a 5-star review. It helps out. The podcast is growing, but it would be nice to grow faster. We're getting closer to monetization on there. Apparently we're monetized on Twitch. I think we've made maybe a couple, 3 or 4 nickels, but hey, that's pretty great. Anyways, we are now just 5 games away from the end of the season, and the most anxiety I will feel every year now, basically. There's nothing like the anxiety of lottery night. There's just nothing like it. And what I'm really hoping for is that Utah, who, by the way, got some major help today. I tweeted about it yesterday because Toronto was on a back end of a back-to-back tonight playing the Sacramento Kings. And that was a game technically that was kind of they should have lost because it was in Toronto. The Kings win tonight, guys. So not only do the Jazz lose, which was vital, but the Kings also win. So look at this. Utah now just 1 game back, has lost 7 in a row, the longest losing streak in the NBA. And they now are just 1 game back of Sacramento. So Utah loses tonight, which is excellent for the Jazz. We'll talk about the game in a second here. But look, remaining schedule strength. Sacramento still 24th easiest. Sacramento still has to play the Pelicans once and the Warriors twice, who got smoked by... we've seen how bad the Warriors are ourselves. And the Warriors have to play this Sacramento Kings team twice. And you know what? There's a bit of a rivalry there. Like, I would not be surprised if the Kings are like, you know what? We want to win this game. Oh, if the Jazz... Here's what sucks is that game the Jazz beat the Warriors, that was just frustrating that they were able to win that game. Utah would be tied with the Kings. Where am I? Here we go. They would be tied with the Kings. I guess there's no use crying over spilt milk, but Utah is so close to this 4 spot, and it's a big deal, guys. If they get to that 4 spot, it's basically, well, it's just under a 50% chance to get that top 4, but they're more likely to get 6th and 7. So it's a big deal, and we're getting closer. I still have hope. It's still there. Still possible. We had crazy things happen at the end of the year last year that gave the Jazz the #1 pick. And that was the difference between Ace Bailey and Trey Johnson. And by the way, if you're following Tony Jones on Twitter, obviously a must follow. Talking today about how Trey Johnson hasn't gotten better the whole season. He's a good 3-point shooter. That's it. He hasn't gotten better in any way. He exists on the defensive end. Ace Bailey has gotten better every single day this season. He is on an improvement trajectory, which is so exciting for Jazz fans. And so who knows, maybe we can get lucky again because this draft has a lot of great guys. Even after 4. But if Utah gets that 4 pick and you get either Cam Boozer or Caleb Wilson, I prefer Caleb, but I'll take either. That's exciting stuff. Just really exciting stuff. And then if you don't, then you're getting your choice of this next tier of guys, and there's a lot of good ones, right? So exciting stuff. So let's talk about this one. For whatever reason, Utah just plays this Denver Nuggets team really well. It's because they have a terrible defense. Their defense is just... Steve Areno, $5. My man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. How's that for monetization? Thank you. $5 is super generous. This Jazz team always does well against this Denver Nuggets team. Basically, Kyle Filipowski just starts like salivating because he just dominates. 25 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. 60% from the field. Absolutely incredible. Jazz Forge, $2. My man, thank you so much. Jazz equal best loser streak since the Borat movie. Yeah. I have not seen the Borat movies. I think he says my wife. That's it. I don't know. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. And the Jazz are on a losing streak. That is really a winning streak. We're so close, guys. We're just right there. One win. So here's the thing. We actually need Sacramento to lose twice. We'll take one. We'll take the tie. I don't know if Utah, let's see. In fact, we got to go check this out because I thought someone said Utah won the season series. I don't know if that's true. Jeremy Elton. Welcome to Rookie, my man. Thank you for joining the channel. I appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Another Hoops nerd. Let's see. So if we go to Utah Jazz roster, Flip equals the Joker killer. He is. He's like, who killed Joker in the comics? Did Joker ever die? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I think it might be coin flick Steve Reno, but I want to make sure because unless if Utah lost, because we know that Utah lost to Sacramento last game, and I think they've lost to Sacramento twice. Where's the? Why did they ruin the menu? That's dumb. All right, let's see. Let's go to. Where's the schedule? What is going on? Roster, injury report, blah, blah, blah. What is this? Guys, this is terrible for a show, but roster and stats. Let's go to Utah Jazz. And let's see if it's okay. Here we go. 25-26. Okay, here we go. Because I want to go to the game log. Oh, we might not be able to get there. What happened? I can't see it. What the heck, Basketball Reference? You made your site worse. Schedule and results. There we go. I was just missing it. Okay, so let's search Sacramento just to be sure. Guys, I'm a little anal this way. So look, Utah loses. Boom, baby. So loss, win, 1-1. Loss. What? Wait. Loss, win, loss. Dang it. All right, so Filipowski's like Joker's inmate or something like that. Who was that? Just some random criminal? Let's see. Dang it. I was kind of hoping we'd have that. By the way, if we'd have lost one more against the Kings, it'd be done. It would be done. That sucks a lot. I don't remember these wins. Let's see. Utah wins 128-119. Boo. Bummer. All right, so if they win one more game, very likely they win one more game and we're tied. It goes down to a coin flip. That is stress. I don't want that. Kings need to win. We're now Kings fans. All of us are now Kings fans, right? Light the beam, right? Light the beam. Believe in the beam. Okay, so anyways, the Nuggets, I am not impressed with the Nuggets. very much. Their defense is just putrid. Oh, there was one play. I got to show it. Oh, this is my favorite. I forgot. I was excited to show this. Okay, so this is on a Kyle Filipowski bucket, but it's not Filipowski I wanted to show. It was not this. It was it was just the defense from Joker made me laugh. Okay, I think this is it right here. Watch Jokic. Watch this. Ah, what is that? This is like when you're at work and your boss walks by and you just make sure that you have your browser clear, I guess. I don't know. Like, oh, everyone look like you're working. Boss is walking by. What is this? Look at this jump. Look at this little hop he does. And he puts his arm in the air. What? Where? What? What is this? What is that? Look at this. Ah. I was laughing out loud. I work out and I watch these games at the gym just on my iPad. I couldn't believe how dumb this was. Look at this jump. And what's he like? They call this man an MVP. They really called this man the best player in the league. What is this? This is embarrassing is what is that? Oh, nice bucket by Filipowski though, but that oh, that bucket was so funny to me. That was so funny. Just kind of, I don't know. Just, yeah, that was nothing. All right, anyways, that's the Jokic defense, so we'll see how that holds up in the playoffs against Victor Wembanyama. Oh my gosh. Guys, tonight, you could just tell Ace Bailey's exhausted. I think he's hitting kind of that rookie exhaustion wall because he missed his first 8 or 9 shots. One of them was like, you know, it was basically kind of an assist to, I think it was Konchar. I can't remember, but he missed it by like 6 inches short of the rim. I think he's exhausted. And then he came out in the second half, but like this 1 for 9, I think he's just tired. And, you know, we've got to be a little more, I don't think we're celebrating enough just how impressive this rookie season has been from Ace Bailey, because a lot of these rookies, like Derek Queen, remember when Derek Queen earlier in the year had a little bit of a renaissance and everyone was like, holy crap, Derek Queen's incredible, including myself. And then he kind of hit that wall mid-season and he hasn't quite been the same. Ace Bailey has been getting more and more and more responsibility and he keeps improving. The numbers keep improving. Tonight was kind of that, really one of the first times where I just, like, his legs are kind of gone is what it looked like to me. Now, maybe I'm just giving excuses. You know, I'm probably an Ace Bailey stan, which 100% I am. Absolutely, Ace Bailey forever. But he looked like his legs are tired. And it's hard to shoot effectively when you got dead legs. And so I think we'll see, you know, as the season, with the last 5 games of the season, he's going to play unless they rest him. I doubt they'll rest him. Maybe against like because Utah, let's see. Utah to finish the season. Let's just go to the schedule here. They got Houston next, Oklahoma City, New Orleans, Memphis. Wouldn't be surprised if Ace maybe doesn't play against these 2 teams. Who knows? New Orleans and especially Memphis, because I'm especially nervous about Memphis. But yeah, I don't know. His legs look tired to me, and that's maybe, I guess, my excuse for the shooting tonight. But it was nice to see him in the second half driving to the basket. He actually did a couple times the Donovan Mitchell, that over the head kind of while you're driving to the basket move. I thought that was pretty cool. He's just figuring out how to get to the basket and doing it in different ways. That doesn't include like just kind of being a just between the legs, high level ball handler. Like, he's figuring out how he can be an effective ball handler without actually dribbling the ball, you know, overly dribbling it. I've been impressed. Like, you can see the handle improving, and it's kind of one thing we've talked about. Like last year when we were talking about the improvement that Keontae George had to make, some of it's not necessarily just improvement in terms of just like making more shots, right? Some of the efficiency and effectiveness just comes with decision making and the style and how you're doing things and when you shoot and when you don't and things like that. Just learning, like, improving on the edges, right? And then you just improve slowly. And Keontae George did that and improved his shooting. So we saw incredible improvement from Keontae George. I think we're kind of seeing the same principle, but with the ball handling for Ace Bailey, right? Like, I think everyone would probably agree that, you know, Kyrie Irving is the best ball handler in the NBA. I don't think Ace Bailey's ever going to be that, although I think he sometimes shows flashes that he might be just a fine ball handler. But what he's doing is learning when and how to handle the ball in better ways, more effective ways, so you don't just lose the ball. Like, just facing up and trying to break down your opponent is not something he's really doing a lot, although we are seeing it here and there, which is pretty exciting. If anything, we're just seeing that he's learning how to use leverage and his first step in incredible ways. He's just getting better every game. But he's also being very, I guess, conservative with how he dribbles, and he's not dribbling it more than he needs to. Like, I think Ace Bailey just does not get enough credit for how smart he is and how quick he's processing things. He's really, really figuring certain things out. And this summer, I mean, really, he's going to work on that handle. I'm sure he's going to work on everything. But you could argue, like, with the way he's handling the ball and doing better, he obviously needs to work on it and try to improve it and just get more comfortable. But he's becoming just really smart with when he handles it, how he handles it, you know, playing off the ball. But he's been like, there were multiple times tonight. I don't know if he had how many assists, 2 assists. He had a lot of assist opportunities, and it's too bad that they don't always show these. Let's see. Let's watch this one real quick here. Look at this. This is Ace Bailey facing up, right? This is not him just coming off a curl and then dumping it to the big or something like that. This is him facing up on Gordon, driving left, and he's a little caught here in the baseline, but look, he finds John Konchar. Boom. That was nice. But there's been multiple times where he's getting the ball. Is this just in transition? Yeah, this is just nice right here, too. Look, this was pretty, actually. This was the end of the half. Look at this one-handed whoom to bang and bang. Just really nice. But we don't have an example from tonight, but there's they didn't make the shot, so they're not going to show it on here. He's like handling the ball at the top of the three-point line, getting a screen, or just breaking down his man, driving and kicking the ball as well. The improvement is palpable, and it's really exciting to see. Now, the shot's not falling. He's having a game here and there where he's just not shooting it, and I think he's just hitting a rookie wall. It may also be that, you know, this offseason he's just got to work on his shooting even more. So much of this with these guys is just repetition. And if he gets in the gym this offseason and just absolutely takes his shooting to another level where it just becomes that automatic, muscle memory thing, he's going to work on moves, I'm sure. I mean, that's one thing that Donovan did well when he was on the Jazz before, is it just seemed like he would come back and he had a new shot added to his game. Ace Bailey will do the same thing. I have no doubt. We are looking at a guy that has work ethic, humility, drive, all the characteristics you want in a player that will get better over time. You know, I don't want to put a box on what Ace Bailey can be, but he certainly looks like a player that has a chance to be one of those guys that gets better every season until he becomes quite the star. You know, I think an all-star game for Ace Bailey is 100% in the cards. And who knows, maybe more. We won't put a ceiling on it, but I think that's definitely a possibility down the road. I mean, he's shooting a higher percentage from three than Lauri Markkanen this year. It's crazy. And if he gets to like upper 30s and he gets better at handling it, if he can start initiating contact, 2 free throws tonight, but can he get to somewhere in the 4 to 6 range? Then all of a sudden you've got a real, sorry guys, an amazing player on your hands. So nice to see. Oscar Tshiebwe, 20 minutes tonight. He got the job of guarding Jokic, 8 points, 7 rebounds. Not too bad. I don't have a lot to say about Tshiebwe, but I just appreciate the effort. He's a fun player to root for. Not much else to say. Kyle Filipowski, I have to say, has just been really good since the Jazz have kind of gone to this tanking lineup. He has been a player that they've had to rest in fourth quarters for multiple games because he's been really, really good. Like, really good. The improvement is there. It's real. And it's nice to see. So Filipowski just deserves a ton of credit. He was awesome tonight. He is, 25 and 12, 3 assists. He just was awesome tonight. Like, there's just no way around it. 3 for 8 from 3 is solid shooting. He's just turning into a really nice, well-rounded player. He's always kind of been that. And I just think it's just another offseason. Can he get a little bit fitter, a little bit faster, a little bit stronger? Just improve. He's not an explosive athlete. I think his ceiling is basically a nice backup big, pretty much at the 4. But there's nothing wrong with that. If you can get 15 minutes a night from Kyle Filipowski and he shoots these percentages, that's great. And he moves the ball within the offense, so you know that the floor can be spread. There's a lot that he can do. And, we probably don't give him enough credit for how much he rebounds the ball. So, what the heck in the world? Something just, touched my leg. That was weird. Anyways, so Filipowski is just figuring things out. It's really nice to see. And look at that, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. He plays hard. The defense is not what you necessarily want it to be, but at the 4, he's pretty big for the 4 spot. So at least he can be big. We know he can't. We know he cannot defend the rim, but if he's next to a rim protector, things get interesting. So really nice to see him improve. Really nice to see him not. Because there were times this season where it was pretty rough, where I was pretty out on him. And he's brought me back. So nice to see Filipowski just continually improving. So very cool. Cody Williams also, to me, is looking like he's hitting that rookie wall a little bit. But look at this, 9 points and 9 assists. And he played 37 minutes tonight, most of anyone on the Jazz. He played basically point guard when Kennedy Chandler wasn't on the floor and does a good job, at least for this tanking lineup. He's been, doing pretty darn well. His handle is pretty good, and he's just figuring out how to play the game even better. He's getting more and more confidence. Obviously, the shot was not falling tonight. I think he's hitting that same wall that Bailey's hitting. Remember that Cody Williams, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why that hits me. I think it's late and the Mountain Dew has worn off. But anyways, Cody Williams did not play a lot last year. He didn't play the final, 6 weeks to 2 months because he was out with sickness, and I think it was mono. Don't quote me on that, but it just seems like that was the rumor on the Twitter sphere. But so in a lot of ways, this is a little bit of a continuation of his rookie season, and he's getting more minutes now than he ever did before. And so it's not too surprising that he's also maybe hitting a little bit of an exhaustion. He also just needs to improve. Like, the 3-point shot just needs to get better. In fact, I'm just curious where he's at. It's looking better and better, though. I don't know if you guys agree, but it just feels like his shooting has gotten more consistent. The 3-point shot, still 22%. He's only taken 1.8 per game. But I don't know. I feel like Cody Williams is doing everything better than he was before. And, from 2, field goal percentage overall, 47%. That means that 2-point shot is going in. And it's, pretty consistently. So nice to see. But tonight was not the best shooting night. Like I said, I think it's an exhaustion thing. We got to give credit to the same credit we're giving to Kyle Filipowski. We got to give to Bryce Sensabaugh. 11 for 18 from the field. Look for that. 6 for 9 from 3. Very nice. And that 3-point shot for him now is getting into really impressive percentages. Bryce Sensabaugh, also another guy that I was kind of out on earlier in the year because it was just not very good. But look at this. He has now got career best field goal percentage, and this is being a main option. He's shooting 36%, which is good considering he was at like 16 to 20% at one point. Like, it was really bad earlier this year, guys. It was pretty darn bad. And he had lost all his minutes. And now that they've been tanking, he's kind of turned it around. I think he's earned himself another contract. I don't know how much that's going to be, but I think you give Bryce Sensabaugh, somewhere between 5 to 10 million, probably closer to 5 if you can. But like, I'd be more than happy to give, when Bryce Sensabaugh's up for a contract, like 3 years, 15 million or something like that. Why not? Give him some money, keep him on the team, and see if you can just continue to develop him. And as a sixth man, I think he's great. Tonight, the Jazz fell into a hole pretty badly to start the game, which probably a good thing because they came back. But part of it was that Sensabaugh was starting at that point, and they let Cody Williams, kind of run the show, and it just didn't go particularly well. And I think part of that is because what Bryce Sensabaugh is really good at is scoring the ball. He is assisting the ball better, and he does deserve credit for that. Tonight, 4 assists. Nice to see. But what he does best is score the ball. When that shot is falling, he is really good, and he creates his shot really well. And so 11 for 18 from the field, 66% from 3. I mean, he had a pretty incredible night, if we're just being honest. 28 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a block. Like, is this the best night of... I mean, I know he's had the 40-point games, but as far as efficiency, this was just pretty great for one of the better top 5 Bryce Sensabaugh game, arguably, I would say. Kennedy Chandler, it's interesting that he was just 5 for 14 because it felt like he made more, but they brought in Kennedy Chandler when things got really bad to start the game, and things got better. You'll notice he was just a -7 in this one, but he does just set the table real well. Like, he's just a pure point guard that just does a great job setting up his teammates. Everyone eats when Kennedy Chandler's on the floor. He's just a pure point guard, like they were saying on the broadcast. Really nice. Great point guard. Does a good job. Problem is he's just a little bit small. He's just kind of small. And so, but I love watching this guy play. He does a great job. 16 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. He's probably under 6 feet. And it's just fun to watch him play. He's a fun player. He does a good job. He had that one stretch where he stole the ball multiple times, drew a foul. Cool to see. I'm guessing that, I think the report from, Ben Anderson and Sarah Todd and them was that he is probably going to sign another 10-day contract. So that's nice to see for him. Very nice to see. So I don't know. It's good for him to be on the Jazz. He can set up his teammates, and he makes the team run they run better when he's on the floor. So nice to see. John Konchar. I love John Konchar. You know who else loves John Konchar? Thurl Bailey. Like, a lot. But look at this. John Konchar, near triple-double tonight. 12 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block. He guards Nikola Jokic. He got into it with Valanciunas a little bit. I don't know. Apparently wants to be someone that takes care of dolphins for a dream job. I kind of... why that seems appropriate, I don't know, but he's pretty great. And I think, who was it saying? Was it on here or on Twitter? Someone was saying they've hoped that John Konchar's on the team next year. I do too. I mean, he's on the Jazz. I don't know what his contract is. John Konchar contract. Running through 26-27. So Utah has him through there, if this is correct. because we're 25, 26, right? Yes. So $6 million next year, fully guaranteed. That's great. See, this is the contract I'd like to give Bryce Sensabaugh, right? 18 mil for 3 years. That seems appropriate. And I think he would be worth $6 million a year, Bryce Sensabaugh. So give him the Konchar contract. I don't know. But nice to see. And he's all of a sudden shooting the ball a lot better. And if Konchar's hitting that shot from 3, then he's just a really nice player to have. One of those guys that you know is going to play hard, going to defend, going to make plays. Nice to see. Mbeng, I'm really rooting for this guy. We know what he was in college. 3 times, like they talk about it. They mention it every game that he's a 3-time defensive player of the year for when he was on Yale or whatever it was. It's not translating completely. And one of the things that I wish he'd do more of is just shoot the 3. I know he likes to move the ball and he's unselfish, which is great. But if he's going to make it, he's got to knock down 3s. If you can play defense and hit 3s, then that's where you want to be. You can't hide in the NBA. The NBA is cruel and will destroy you. And you can only hide for so often before your spot gets taken. It's just a lesson in life. When you've got the open 3, take it. And take it with confidence. Believe in yourself, Bez. Believe in yourself, Bez. Shoot the 3. Knock it down. You know you can. You're an NBA player officially. Do it. Because I like the guy. And I'm rooting for him. We'll see. I think he signed another 10-day contract. So I got to probably write about that tomorrow. But we'll do like an SLC Dunk news and notes. I'll write about it tomorrow. But yeah, I like Bez and Bang. I'm rooting for the guy. That's pretty much it tonight, guys. We talked about this. The Dumb Kings, they're so stupid. They won tonight. Light the beam. Look at this. Indiana won as well. They've won 2 in a row, by the way. Brooklyn jumps to 2. Brooklyn, by the way, someone was telling me on Twitter to check their... Who is it? Where's Brooklyn? Look at this, Brooklyn. Wow. Brooklyn has the easiest schedule of all. And Utah's at 21. What if Utah passed Brooklyn again this year and got another pick above? What if Utah slid into the 3 spot? That would be incredible. Let's make it happen, Cap'n. Let's just say the Jazz get to the 1. Let's just figure it out. Don't they know we deserve it? We deserve it. Okay? We do. But anyways, Utah could jump. I would be ecstatic. I think they have a real shot to pass the 4. If they could get to that 3, my goodness, I would love that. I would love that. I would love that. All right, let's do the lottery and give a shout out to the All-Stars, and we'll call it a night. Let's drop that a little bit. It's been a fun season, guys. We only got 5 games left. Can you believe it? 5 games, and then it's off-season time. NBA show here is going to pick up here soon. I just got to get to it. Let's put this at dramatic. And if the lottery was today, what would happen? All right, here we go. Charlotte stays. Last time they jumped. Miami. Portland. The stupid Warriors. Bucks. Bulls. I think we're chalk so far. Hawks. No Jazz. Good. This is a good sign. Ah, we jumped, baby. Jazz jumped. Where did we go? Uh-oh, not 3, not 4. All right. Caleb Wilson, you are a Jazz. Although, probably Cam Boozer from things I've heard. But anyways, that's great. Guys, let me know what you think. How excited would you be if we're the 3? I'd be over the moon. We don't get AJ DeBonsa. That's okay. We don't get Darren Peterson unless, guess what? We might get Darren Peterson if we get the 3. Because Who knows if one of these stupid teams above us picks A-Cuff. Yeah, if losing is this fun, wait until winning. I know, right? And especially if we end up with Darren Peterson because one of these bozos decides not to take him. Are you kidding? I just have a feeling something crazy is going to happen. Something crazy happened last time, remember? Like Ryan Smith got really mad, and then we found out it worked out just fine. Things work out when you set yourself up to succeed. It's like my dad said, who was an actor in Hollywood for a few years. Everyone gets their shot. You just got to be ready when it's your turn. Be ready. Be ready, Jazz. Be ready. All right. Well, first time, Box Taiwan, hello. Are you watching game highlights? Didn't get to watch the Spurs game, and I don't want to watch it alone. I did not, Taiwan. I did watch some Wemby. He's really good. He's really, really good. It's scary, actually. All right, let's give a shout out to the All-Stars tonight. Let's give a shout out to Justin Time, Justin Solace, see ya, Lex Slater, Shake 'em and Bake 'em, KSN, Ryan Perry, the legend, the name means king, Just Buckets, JB, Ball So Hard, Ballstat, Jace is the ace, Garner, Steve Areno, Stu, sir, thank you for the donation, my friend. Let him cook sturdy pots. Ezekiel at Ricibe, the man from down under, Tyson Price, the price is right, Jordan the Goat, best roll, Christian House, Money to Haas, Robert Hall of Fame, Arcs Poetica, Austin R. Grant, editor extraordinaire, Jazz Forge, the OG, thank you for the donation. And Patrick Akubo, the connoisseur. Guys, like and subscribe. Things are going to get even more exciting and fun and good. The NBA show should be coming here soon. I'm trying to ramp up. Just a little difficult, but we're going to do everything we can to be as regular as we can. And I am not talking